All right. There's an article, you know, the IGN headline. The IGN headline of, while Daigo Umehara isn't dissatisfied with the current state of Street Fighter 6, says the game's random. Now, if you were asking me, I would also agree that, you know, mechanics like drive rush, DI, throw loops, etc. all kind of don't help the game to be very stable. If you actually read the article, he does obviously understand meta just won Evo 2026. Meta has what, 4 Evos now? And you know, obviously people are going to be saying game clearly not random, meta wins every tournament, which I think that's funny because that's clearly not true. A lot of the Western FGC has talked about what's really strong in this game. Obviously throw loops are strong, drive rush is strong, DI, depending on who you're asking. Yeah, that's what a lot of people keep saying. They need to increase the number of games per set, but I actually would like a Street Fighter tournament that had like a tennis kind of play, but that would take forever. But I do think it would be a very interesting tournament where it's like first to 3, but you have to win by 2. But I feel like that would take forever. Yeah, you gotta win by 2. First to 3, but win by 2. People will always say Mena's obviously figured out the blueprint to play, but this is not even a shot at the other top 8er. Bro, aside from Kills You, I do think that top 8 was pretty surprising. Yeah, top 8 had a lot of new names in it, but that's a good thing because, like I said, that shows a lot more people are playing the game. Mena's, and like I said, Mena's obviously doing really, but I want to go even further beyond that. The thing that I thought was funny was Daigo said this, but everyone in the comment section was attacking the GOAT Daigo Umehara, and everyone saying the old man's just jealous of Mena's success. Do you guys believe that? Daigo is jealous of Mena's success. Hey YouTube, glad you've been enjoying all the videos I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as like and share the video. Funny enough, I don't know if you know about the Kobe clip. There's a Kobe clip of Kobe saying, I think it was like 2016, 2017, 2018. He said he thinks modern basketball is random. Not that it's random that the random team might win. It was random in the sense that people don't even draw up plays. It's just guy drives to the hoop and then just kicks out to the open man, and then we don't know who's gonna get it, but somebody's shooting a 3. I feel like Daigo hasn't even given a shit about SF6 until the whole Komono Michi thing. I think Daigo's tried. I just think Daigo's just losing. I don't think there's any other way to split it. There's a lot of people in the comment section. Like I said, the top 100 players consistently placed. Game can't be that random. I always think it's funny because I do think people take it to the extreme. Like the guy who just started playing the game a day ago is gonna beat Daigo, which obviously that's not gonna happen. Like I said, game's not that random. I feel like there are a lot of people who take it to an extreme, but also there are also a lot of people who obviously just say, you know, Meta won back-to-back Evos. Game's not even random. Even though that's not even true because Meta lost this Evo Japan, right? Meta got smoked at that Evo Japan, but it'd be like that. One of the other arguments though for that is there's a lot more good players. I like that argument. That one to me is also very disingenuous because even take like Fatal Fury obviously has less players than SF6, but it's pretty like consistent. Same thing with like a 2SKO. Like 2SKO doesn't have as many players as a Street Fighter 6, but usually the same players are in top 3. I think it was the same top 3 at Combo Breaker that was the same top 3 at Evo. So I think it's pretty consistent there, but then there's always the argument of like that's kind of boring. You know, Daigo getting attacked is funny because now I'm scared to even say anything bad about the game. If they're turning on Daigo, what hope do I have? I know Big Bird made a comment about this. Yeah, SF6 in my opinion isn't designed for someone to be 100% consistent, and in the grand scheme of things that's not necessarily a bad thing. It would heavily drop in excitement and entertainment to the mass audience if the same winner kept winning every event. You know, one thing I like about Guilty Gear that I've noticed with Strive, my Strive placements this year have been basically 9 through 17. I guess the second at Level Up X. But I feel like my Strive placements have been very consistent. I kind of know where I'm standing. I'm not like getting top 8. Maybe like I gotta practice a bit more and learn more matchups to break the barrier that is the top 8. But at the same time, I think that's a good kind of like, okay, I have something to work towards. With 6, like I just got 13th at Evo. Bro, I don't know how the I got 13. I boot up, do the 1v1 me, and then yeah. Does it make the 13th less satisfying? I am glad I got 13th, but at the same time, I could just lose the next tournament anyway. How about if we got first? Bro, I would have been on stage calling the game random. Jamie got 5th and 9th. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but like I said, it just depends on who you're asking. I do think people get mad when you're watching the same person win over and over again. It's funny because I don't know if there's any basketball fans in here, but during the time when the Warriors got Kevin Durant and everyone was just like, oh, well, the Warriors are gonna win, that was a bad time for the league. week. But, you know, the numbers didn't show that because people are obviously hate watching the Warriors. Plus, you got a storyline of like, oh, it's going to be the Warriors versus the Cavs again. So, while I do think people get mad where like, oh, the same team's going to win again, I do think it helps build storyline. Manon's the type of character that VTubers and variety streamers get tilted by. For example, Tyler hates Manon. But Tyler 1 just doesn't know how to play. But at the same time, they did say they're balanced. They don't want to balance the game only in high levels scenario. They're trying to balance for all levels, like new challengers. Like they watch the new challenger tournaments, beginner tournaments, intermediate tournaments. They don't want to do it only for like high level tournaments, which I kind of get, but at the same time, I really don't get. My main got nerfed because Tyler 1 is new challengers and I got washed. Calcon gotta go. Chat, when I scroll some of these Twitter comments, there's a lot of people who don't know what the they're talking about. And I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. There are plenty of people who don't know what the they're talking about. There's also a lot of people who are just like, you know, there's the people who say Mena wins all these tournaments in a row. I don't know why Daigo's complaining here, but like those are the people who don't know what the they're talking about. Like Mena just won Blink. You got 17th at Column Breaker. You got like 65th at Evo Japan. The difference in placement is too high. I don't like saying games random. This guy didn't win the 3 tournaments in a row. This guy sucks. I don't think that's healthy for at all. But even take Strive. I said Nitro was one of the favorites to win. Nitro didn't win, but he got 3rd. That's pretty respectable. Like he was one of the favorites to win. You're not gonna win it all the time, but you know, if Nitro got like 65th, I would have been like, damn, Strive's random. Do you think Capcom sees you bashing their game? I don't know. Any Capcom employees in here? Where you at? Where you at, Capcom? Show yourself. As one of the great thinkers of our generation, how would you defend Daigo? I can't defend Daigo from all the SF6. The SF6 defense force is too strong. If Daigo's getting attacked by the SF6 defense force, this game has reached a different level of dick riding that no one could defend. If they're attacking Daigo, it's over. It's funny because like Daigo saying this is hilarious, but at the same time, even when Ludwig made that tweet about like any streamers being toxic when they play, it's so funny because I don't consider myself toxic when I play, and I haven't said anything toxic to you guys this entire time because we've just been chilling, having a good time. Everyone thought Akutagawa was going to be the highest placing Manon. I mean, he could have, but the dealer dealt me good this time and not him. I got Blackjack and he got King 6. Who knows what'll happen next tournament? I'm not toxic. People can't take credit. Yeah, I don't think I'm toxic either. I think people are just a bit too sensitive. It's the same with the Ludwig thing. People got mad at Ludwig when he said that clip. I didn't think it was wrong. Plus, I just think people are being too sensitive. Like, bro, if somebody says something and you don't agree with them, bro, who cares? You just prove them wrong. Am I rage baiting? I'm not trying to rage bait. I'm not trying to rage bait at all. Jack, you're not gonna rage bait me. It's just, you know, you can have fun with your game. Have fun, bro. Have fun with your game. You know, somebody in the comments on Twitter said, oh, Daigo doesn't think the game sucks or is random. His English is just not that good. Daigo loves this game. And I was like, what kind of insane amount of cope are you on? That is crazy, man. I was like, oh my god, people are nuts. What kind of cope are you on? Daigo was drunk. His English isn't that good. There's no way Daigo the Beast would talk bad about SF6. Yeah, he meant to say Justin was free. Yeah, I saw the IGN article of them talking about them not changing Drive Rush that much. But this game is built on like a house of cards. If you mess up anything, the house of cards might fall. I wonder if they're gonna do Super next year, because I really do think Super has to come out soon. It's very surprising they haven't done Super yet. Super has to come out soon, right?